Hi everyone. So I'm happy to see the Toronto police have posted, the police association posted a message. I didn't see that actually after I reported that somebody had called me asking for donations. It's good to see that, it's actually probably fake. So anyway, that's why I watch all the social media posts, and I'm grateful to them for that, and also to our Archdiocese of Toronto. So Cardinal Collins had also talked about the importance of us using our voices and signing petitions, writing to our MPs, emailing them about our concerns as Catholics. And I did that for Cardinal Collins, for myself, with MAID, and I've done it now for this Bill C9 for the criminalization of Christians to stop. So every community has to do it for themselves. Whatever faith you belong to, you have to do it for yourself as an individual. And you can find the links from the Archdiocese of Toronto website and the emails. And those emails are important because using our voices for our own communities does matter. The same way when we volunteer for different organizations that send funds to Africa or that send aid to Africa, we're not just doing it for them. It's not altruistic. We're doing it for us because we've lived through it. We've gone through those experiences of not having vaccines, not having treatment for malaria, watching people die. I watched one of our domestic workers. She passed away from AIDS, and she was like part of the family, Patricia. And one of our shop assistants, his wife died. She passed away from malaria. Within hours, she was gone. By the time the doctor came, it was too late. So those things are important, but we're not just doing it for Africa. And the same way the African leaders are saying they want our support, we want their support, because we don't owe them any allegiance anymore. We are citizens of our new countries and we live here. So they can't demand it. They can ask us to help. They can ask us to share our ideas and share what we see happening. And they can ask us to use our voices to help them get the aid, but they can't demand it. They can't, because we don't have any allegiance to them anymore. Most of us were kicked out of those countries, and they were countries that we loved. Most of us didn't want to leave them and to come and start over. And they should also know that life is not easy here. It's not easy. In fact, it's terrifying. It's terrifying. I shake when I see these bills that are coming out, like C9 and all the other bills. I shake. But I still use my voice, and I still write to the MPs, and I still write to Prime Minister Carney. Before him it was Prime Minister Trudeau, Justin Trudeau. I still write to them to stand up for my rights, because it's not as easy as it looks to the African leaders and to the people who are in South Africa or Zimbabwe or wherever. It's terrifying what's happening to us and what's happening to my life. And to come here and to be in sporadic work, low-waged work, and have no support to requalify, to retrain, it's an experience millions of us go through. There's no free education here, like in the communist countries. There's no free education. There's no pay your $7 for the year or $10 or whatever it is, and you get your free textbooks and all that. It's not like that. So what they did in Rhodesia and what they did early days of Zimbabwe, it's not how it is here. If you want to send your children to sports, you pay. If you want them to have extracurricular activities, you pay. Unless you're going to like a government school, a posh private school, you don't get all that. So they shouldn't think that they can demand it. They can't. I share because I don't want to see. I saw how Robert Mugabe got hurt, and I saw what that did afterwards to the country. So all these things about structural reform and all that, it's good. It worked in Zambia. It didn't work in Zimbabwe. In Zimbabwe, they implemented the structural reform and it led to inflation. It led to the economy imploding. It led to the Chinese coming in, and then they planted that weed in, I don't know what it's called now. It was called Lake McElwain. I think it's Lake Chavero. I don't know because I don't live there anymore. But they planted that weed which was supposed to purify the waters, and instead it created algae and it took over the lake. And when I went back to Johannesburg, the same thing was happening in the lakes there. So, the African leaders coordinating and all that, me using my voice for them to do that. It's also because if the problems get bad, then it starts affecting us here. I'm also looking out for my own interests. I'm not just looking out for my friends and the people there. And to be honest with you, I don't know how Canada came to this stage. No, I mean, in 2007, when TD didn't have another role for me, I don't think anybody expected me to be looking for a permanent job from then until now. Because I haven't had anything. I've just had small contracts here and there. Okay, they're professional contracts, but it's not permanent. I don't have a pension. I don't get benefits when I work on contract. And it's terrifying. It's terrifying to know that Canada is performing the worst out of all the G7 countries. And, when I came here, I worked hard. I sponsored my mother. I brought her into the country. I bought a nice property. I could have kept that property. Even TD told me when I went to the bank and I told him that Tangerine is refusing to renew my mortgage, they were shocked. Ed Cole was shocked. He's like, why? You've had that property for 10 years. I said, oh, they're saying that I have contract work. He's like, that's not a reason to renew it. Not renew it, I mean. And he made calls and they refused. So now they're part of Scotiabank. So all these things, all of us are tired of it. You see all these meetings. You see Prime Minister Carney and all the premiers and all of them meeting. It's like, well, what is actually getting done? Like you keep taking photos and you keep meeting and you keep saying that this is Team Canada. That's how Zimbabwe was. Zimbabwe was like that at the beginning. It was like government of unity. We all working together. We all going to achieve things. We all going to be, a united country. And then after that, once that IMF came in, International Monetary Fund came in, everything failed. And China. So, I mean, the same thing is happening here. Where are the jobs? Where are the good paid jobs? Where are the supports to help ordinary people? That one-time payment for the grocery bills, yes, it's good, but that's the same thing that Justin Trudeau did. And then what about the rest of the year? We're paying, 13% tax on our groceries? It used to be like 3% or 4%. And even they charge for electricity, there's a delivery fee. There never used to be all that. Most people in this country are completely dependent on the government. Most of us are completely broke because they're paying us enough to keep us in debt. So why isn't our Prime Minister bringing Brookfield headquarters back here to Canada? Why isn't he allowing the American banks to come in and set up headquarters here? They want to come in. That's what President Trump was saying. They want to come in and set up in Canada. So why is he stopping them? Because most of us don't have jobs. We're sitting at home terrified because the unemployment rate is so high and we can't get jobs and we're applying every day. And we can't get into those good paying jobs that we should be having, paying us $120,000 a year. So, I mean, it's nice to watch all the speeches and all of that, and I do watch them because I want to know what's happening in my country. But at the end of the day, if I don't have a job and I'm not able to meet my bills and I'm not able to contribute financially and not be dependent on others, that is not success to me. It's not. And it's in the company's best interest to, when you come in and you're looking for help to retrain, to requalify, it's in their best interest to help, but they don't help. They say, oh, you have an attitude of entitlement. And believe you me, it's not the operations managers, it's not the business people, it's the HR people. In the name of equality, they don't give it. I know, because Michelle Paradis tried to help me to get that money to do my training at Rotman. I paid out of pocket for everything. For my studies at Rotman, for my HRPA designations, for my Masters of Arts, I paid out of pocket. So, I mean, it doesn't help. And then now they're saying they want to charge the migrants that are coming in. I was fortunate. I came in with money to invest. Most people, most refugees and migrants that are coming in, they don't have that money to pay that, whatever 30% they're asking them to pay. So, I don't agree with it, but that's my voice. Other people will probably support it. Because the things that Mark Carney is saying are the same things that Justin Trudeau said. And most of us are tired of watching Justin Trudeau and his girlfriend and his former wife and everyone going to Davos and giving speeches, and they all patting each other on the back. And meanwhile, people are sitting at home without jobs. Things are not getting better. For now, yes, we get electricity, and we're fortunate. We don't have serious power cuts like Zimbabwe and South Africa. But even here, I mean, there are a lot of places in America and in Canada, people have backup generators. Because when these big snowstorms come and things like that, we need it. People keep primer stoves at home, the gas stoves. We keep extra tons of food. It's not any that big difference between here and Zimbabwe. It's not. But, and they're saying Zimbabweans overseas must also take responsibility. Most of us gave up our citizenship. We don't have to help them. We don't have to do anything. Most people gave up their citizenships because they were kicked out, just like the days of Idi Amin. And then you watch all those things that are happening with ICE and all that, and people being killed. I mean, the police are very, very quick to react, and they're not like calm and friendly and all that. They're very quick to pull their guns and kill. So it's frightening. It's terrifying. But anyway, as Catholics, we have to keep our faith, and we have to be strong in our faith, because like the Pope used to tell us, Pope John Paul II used to tell us, do not be afraid, young people. Well, we live through terrifying times. I mean, the same things that happened in World War II are happening now. So it's terrifying. It's terrifying. I can tell you now, I am terrified by what is happening in Canada. I'm terrified by the fact that nobody has any money to help me. I'm terrified by the fact that I'm applying for so many jobs and I'm not even getting one offer. I'm terrified, and other people are also terrified for me. Because I don't think AI is going to take jobs away. I think it's going to create jobs. I think there'll be more IT jobs and that coming up. There'll be different jobs, but there will be jobs. But like this, what's happening with this Bill C9 and with all these things, and people calling, saying, oh, I'm calling from the Toronto Police Association asking for money, and it's fake people, and those text messages that, like, I got those hate messages. I mean, yeah, all the MPs are saying, oh, we don't want Islamophobia in our country. Well, you know what? Then you should stop people sending text messages like that, like the ones that I got. Because we Catholics are tired of it. We're tired of living in fear. And believe you me, now I do live in fear. I still go out. I'm courageous. I go out. I go for my walks. I go wherever I want to go. But people are terrified. Our churches were being burnt down here. It's not the way that Canada used to be. It's very, very sad. And people don't see through it. They're saying the Liberals are leading in the polls, that it's going up. Well, where are the jobs? Where are the good paid jobs for people like me who are hardworking and diligent? How come the people that break all the policies and do all the bad things, how come they sitting in their jobs? And then they want to talk about, oh, it's too much of a risk to hire you because somebody kept calling saying that, oh, they want to be your friend. Oh, please. What a load of rubbish. And you know who gets hurt the most? The people who are the most vulnerable, the people like me, people who grew up without their dads, people who sponsored their widowed mothers. We get hurt the most. We get punished the most. We get put into poverty the most. It's in the poverty report. It's there. It's in black and white. The research has been done. So what is our Prime Minister doing for us? Where are the jobs for us? In the banks, in BMO, in TD, in RBC, where's the support? Where is it? It's not there. It's just not there. That's the reality. And if Canada is such a great country and it's got so many good resources and he is building for people to come here and to invest in here, why is he taking his headquarters to America? Why? Those things about ICE and all that, it's not fake. It's real what they do. It's real. They're not fake videos. The guy's running and they tell you to stop. You don't stop. They shoot you. They kill you. I mean, you want to talk about human rights? Where's the human rights? I'm telling you, we're being treated like animals. And that's why I even said to Wits, I commented on their posts, don't talk about herd immunity. We're not animals. Talk about population immunity. Use the human terms. Because you start using terms like that, people start treating you like animals. We're not animals. We're human beings created in the image and the likeness of God. And we're supposed to let our faith shine. We're supposed to stand up for our faith. All these FEMA camps and all that, you think that's humane? It's not. I'm not so worried about people in Iran as I'm worried about what's happening to me and to my life in Canada, and to millions of us in Canada who are using food banks and who are out of work and who are relying completely on government handouts and who have no one to take us in this country. I can go back to South Africa. I can go and live with my friends in Soweto or wherever. But why should it be that way? It's not the way it looks to other people. It's terrifying what's happening to me and what's happening to millions of us. Where are the jobs for single people, for single women and men? And why can't companies take you in and train you? If it's a new position, why can't they train you and give you that first year to adjust? Why is it you want ready-made? Everything has to be ready-made. What I accomplished was nearly impossible. It was almost impossible. And you know what? This condo is not as high-end a condo as some condos that exist today. It's not. It's a very nice condo and I love living here. But how am I supposed to live if I don't have a job? And if I don't have an income? It's not right. That's what I can tell you. And I'm not the only one who's scared for me. My family are scared for me. My friends are scared for me because this hasn't been going on for 1 month or 2 months. This has been going on since the day I landed in Canada. And it's not right. Everybody knows it's not right. And our Prime Minister should know it's not right. People should write to him and tell him what's happening in our economies and what's happening to people like me, who when we lose our jobs through no fault of our own, we're sitting at home and we can't get anything. I'm telling you, it's terrifying. It's terrifying what's happening to Canada. Because we are becoming like a third world country, like the global south. And the people in the global south, they're the ones with the entourages, with their nice cars, with their nice homes. You can see the development on the roads and all that. So, I mean, for me, I'm not supporting sending all that aid and everything to Africa, because things need to be fixed here. Things need to be fixed here at home. And that's why the African leaders are now coordinating their own support and helping each other and sending aids for the floods and all that. You think they can't see how terrifying it is what's happening to Canada? They can see. They know.